Hey, welcome back. I have a very, very special guest on this show. Today, this is my mentor, Chapter, my fitness mentor, and he has helped me improve my body tempo and my health and just, my journey through being an instructor. So I've been dying to have him on, and he finally gave me the time of the day.
She's kidding.
I'm just kidding. So I want you guys to get to know him like how I've gotten to know him. Maybe not as deep as we won't go there, but but he's gonna give you some background, and then we'll talk about fitness.
My name is Jeffrey Adams. I am 48 years old. I've been involved in fitness for over half of my life. I first got involved with fitness when I was in middle school. A part of me getting involved with fitness in middle school is because my sister was going to high school, and like my school was just down the street, and she would do track. And so instead of me going home, I would go with her so that she could do her track practice, and then I would just hang out for track practice. So I eventually just became a track manager, and so I would help them exercise and help them run through their courses and stuff with the coach. So that's how I started. But I was a chubby kid. I didn't do any sports, and a part of me doing exercise was trying to find something that I really enjoyed, because I enjoyed music and I enjoyed dancing. And so during that time, we lived in a rural area. So one thing that I knew that I'd have to leave that area in order for me to kind of do what I wanted to do. And I would like look at Billy Planks and look at all these other fitness people on television, and live in a rural community. At that time, we had a lot of access to public television station only. And so I would get every morning there would be public access television show with somebody doing fitness. And so I just knew at that age I wanted to do that. Even before all these Instagram people decided that, oh my gosh, I want to be a personal trainer. Even before people would say, oh, you know what, if I can't do this, then be a personal trainer. I always wanted to be a personal trainer because I do like working with people, and I like being fit, and I like creating different exercises. So like my passion is to take anything and learn how to create with it. So along my journey, I got into the military at 17. So at 17, I went to the military. And after I got into the military, once again, I started doing fitness in the military. I was a pharmacy technician. However, one of my other duties was to help when people would do their physical readiness test, to prepare them to pass their physical readiness test, and to help people who did not pass their physical readiness test so that they wouldn't be kicked out of the military. So while I was in the military, that was one of my collateral duties, and I got certified to teach group fitness during that time. My first group fitness class actually was when I was in Okinawa, Japan. And I went to this group fitness class, and I don't even know how I saw the teacher, because it was just so packed, because you're on a small base and there's not anything else to do. So her class was like so packed. She was like in the middle as if we were on a dance floor. And we had to like look at what she was doing, but like her and I were like this close to each other. Like, so imagine this entire room filled with people that are working out. It was crazy. But it was one of the things that was like a pivotal point where I knew that I would become a good fitness instructor, especially because it was a different way to exercise without having to run all the time. So I did that. After that, my perfect course was to just go into corporate, because I didn't think that you could really make a life with fitness. So I started going to corporate. I was working in a pharmacy business again, working with different companies like Medicaid and with the drug epidemic, opioid epidemic. I was like ahead of the curve that we're talking about now. So I started a part of that, trying to discover people who were using opioid and addiction. So like we started some programs with Connecticut Medicaid and some different Medicaids around the East Coast. So after that, my apartment burned down, and during that time, my apartment actually burned down while I was away from my job. Yeah.
How did it burn down?
The guy upstairs was using a barbecue on his patio. Yeah. And so I had went away on a trip to Connecticut to check on finance. And I get
Sorry,
that.
though. Did they give you money? Like, so this man burnt your all your stuff up?
No. You don't, well, the money that I got was from everyone who loves me. So like, imagine everybody who loved me and just chipped in. Like, this is not something that I was expecting.
Yeah.
I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have one of those insurance. Like, who thinks that they need one of those insurance?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, I actually found out, like, I was getting on the plane and we were supposed to leave, but it was raining so hard. And I had bought this book called The Prayer of Jabez. I don't know if you've heard of it before. The Prayer of Jabez is like a book about blessing and asking God what you want. And so I was like, okay, good, I can finish reading my book before I go home.
Yeah.
So that day, that entire day, I took a flight that morning. So I started reading the book, and then I got there, and I just went to work, and then like taking a plane so I could get home the same night. And I could also finish reading the book. It was like only 120 pages.
Yeah.
Thank God I did, because it was the minute I got off the plane, and I finished reading the book, and I fell asleep on the plane. So when I got off the plane, the first call that I had was somebody telling me that my apartment burned. So at that point, I just knew that, okay, God is telling me something, because I was dancing.
Yeah.
At that time. So I was like, I'm dancing and I want to do something that I really would like to do, but I'm just dancing and go dancing in this club. I can't believe if I could.
Yeah.
So I decided that during that time that I wanted to stop dancing and do something that I really, really enjoyed doing. And my sister was in England at the time. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go visit my sister in England. I'll help her out if she needs, and I'm going to take a hiatus. I'm going to take a leave of absence from my job. And then I'm just going to go do something that makes me happy, because, I mean, I can do this and I can do it with my eyes closed. And that's when I decided to start doing my fitness. And that's how I got here. Started working for YMCA, started working for Crunch in New York. I lived in New York to work at Crunch. So,
I Crunch was something. It's like a newer thing. I think it's new in LA, right?
yeah. So Crunch has been in LA probably as long as it's been probably in New York, because there's this one guy whose name is Ken. And I've looked at Ken since they had Bodies in Motion on television. And he's killing it. He's still at Crunch right now. So I think at least.
Maybe it is that new facility that I'm thinking about. Maybe the brand has been here, but I'm just like, oh, I've never heard of Crunch before. They built the one on Sunset.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I thought the one on Sunset was always there.
I think that one was new, because I remember going up there, and this is when they were like, I'm pretty sure they were new, and they were offering like specials and all kind of stuff, and like, I remember, and everything looked all pristine and fresh and new, so I think it was that one. Don't vote for it. So that's what they call it. But, so I think I missed something. I don't, because I went from hearing you say you went from doing the pharmaceuticals to, and then, developing the program for people who's addicted to opioids. And then all of a sudden, you get off the plane from your go-go dancing. So I was like, wait.
No. So I got on the plane because I went to Connecticut. So Connecticut was the Medicaid place that we worked with, and we were working with doctors up there to help with not doctor shopping. So doctor shopping is where a person goes to buy medication, or they go to this doctor and they'll get, this doctor prescribed me Percocets. And I'm gonna go 3 doors down and tell the other doctor so they can prescribe me Percocets. No, then I'm gonna go 4 doors down. And so you have this whole, that's what they call doctor shopping.
Yeah.
And so for us, every time somebody goes to Medicaid or their insurance company that we were affiliated with, then we could flag and say, this person just had their medication like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Or just sometimes within hours of each other, or sometimes even within minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, 45 minutes later, you go and get another prescription from this doctor, but you just drop off your pharmacy, and then you go to another doctor. So then as you go back, you go to a different pharmacy. So that's how it worked out. So, but leaving from Connecticut that day, that's what happened. And a part of what I would pray about was so I could find something that would really, really make me happy. You know what I'm saying? I was doing great things at a job, but I didn't want to stop anything. And I also wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be my own boss, and I just said, the thing that we do a lot,
Yeah.
we tend to make more sacrifices for. The thing that we love to do, we tend to sacrifice for. And so when I would go dancing, I was sacrificing for it because I was driving 2.5 hours to go dance in Alabama from Georgia, you know what I'm saying, on a Friday. And because when I do something, I always want to make sure that my integrity, and I want to hold on to it, and I want to make sure that I'm delivering for whatever somebody paid me for. So it's one of those things, you don't want to let people down, especially if they're helping you out. So my costume was up front, which were a blessing. I did dance again. No, I totally did dance after that because I still love dance. You know what I'm saying? So I love dancing. And so, but with that, I was able to like take a leap of faith and go ahead and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go to England to try to teach classes. At this moment in time, yoga was doing really big. Yoga was becoming a thing. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm going to take yoga and I'm going to do some yoga classes. And so I was starting to do yoga and I'm like, okay, this really ain't my team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yoga is just too still for me.
Right, and that's how I felt. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is okay, but I was like bored.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me not just try to do something because everybody else is doing it. Let me just go ahead and let me just do me, do what brings me joy. So I found like kickboxing brought me joy. I found like doing smoking things brought me joy. But I would have to go to so many other instructors classes in order to know how I have to deliver me. You know what I'm saying? And so through that, living in a $400 apartment because that's all I can afford per month. Like, literally.
I thought that was the standard rent out there.
Okay, that's good. So then that means that was even worse. But probably $400. I was in a bad side of town. Nobody missed me or anything like that. But $400, maybe they remember it was like at least 2006.
Yeah, I would have thought that was. Because I paid, when I lived in Tennessee, I paid like $425 and I shared like a house with someone. So, that's just like
How long
were you trying to tell me to show my age?
You know?
That was just 2018.
Oh. Okay.
I'm like, that was back when I was in college. So that was like, oh, 9 maybe.
Yeah, so around the same time. And so after that, I decided that, you know what, it's time to move to New York. Because I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was teaching. But I was teaching at the YMCA. There's nothing wrong with the YMCA. And I was working at I think I was working at the YMCA only. So imagine me working at the YMCA and I was living in Cascade. So I really didn't do anything to work at the YMCA. And just go home and just relax every single day. And I'm like, okay, I want to work at Crunch. I want to work at some of these other gyms. And it was so hard to get yourself in the door because bro, you're black or either in Atlanta or you have to know someone and you have to be friends because how many people or how many gyms you go to, they have the same instructions over and over and over. So it's the same anywhere you go. So I'm like, crap, let me just go to New York. And I went to New York. I stayed with my friend for 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks until I found a place. And so I'll get my hands up in the morning. I started working at the front desk at Equinox. So when I went to New York, the only reason I went to New York because my friend said, Jeffrey, they can hire you for you can work at the front desk. I'm like, I don't have a place to stay. He said, we can stay with you for 3 weeks. So I just said, okay. I packed my little bags, moved up to New York, and I started working at the front desk. While I was working at the front desk, I was like looking at a lot of what the instructors would do. I would look at how the instructors would act. I would look at how the instructors would treat people that come in. You know what I'm saying? I would look at how, because I was the front desk manager, so like imagine some of the rude rudeness of the customers. I would see all that, so I got to see everything. So sometimes they put God puts you in a place.
Yeah.
When you're in that place, it's like, oh, so you can see the different sides. So I mean, I've been there.
Oh, people are way different to the person who works the front desk and the person who teaches the class.
Right.
Night and day. I mean, there's some people who just sweet all the time, but yeah.
For me, it's like I'm a no nonsense, and I'm not taking any of this.
Yeah.
And so, but when I went to New York, I was just waiting. You can't just go and sign for a class, or you can't just come to construction. You still have to audition. So a lot of the gyms had you have to audition for it. So you audition for your gym. I could not wait for a punch to open up. Well, not to open up, so the auditions to open up. And so during this time, we still had CD players, right? So I still had CD player. And this was like way before like the iPod. Well, then I had iPod too. But a lot of places didn't have iPods. And so I had an iPod, like the smaller little iPod Nano, remember? Like iPod Nano, and then I had the CD. And so I would make CDs and take them to class because I knew that everybody had a CD player.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Jeffrey, I made a CD and I only put 4 songs on there because I knew that if I use my iPod, as I'm going there, I'm going to keep changing it and keep changing it. And I'm like, So I wanted to make sure. So when I went there, I just decided that they had 3 different types of auditions. Audition for a strength training class, you can audition for a cardio class, or a fitness class. So I'm like, cardio. So I auditioned for strength, my own day of fitness, and I do the cardio. So whenever they it's like they only keep 5 of you guys.
So it was like a big audition.
And my name was the first one they called. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So that was good for me because it just taught me like being resilient and don't second guess yourself. Go in there and do this. Because I went in there and I told you I want to teach my own form and cardio from. A part of me teaching is like I think about when I think about Black instructors sometimes. I think that when I first went to go and teach, I didn't have somebody with like me helping me to learn how to teach fitness. I did actually take a course that helps me to become a fitness instructor. And then that's how I got certified for athlete because with the course that I was taking, we would take the test afterwards, right? So I had these people doing 8 counts, and I wasn't used to 8 counts. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. So I wasn't used to doing that, so I had to develop and learn.
Like a real life dance class.
Yeah, so it was like a little dance, or they taught me dance formats because most of the people who taught fitness probably have a big
dance background.
So me not thinking about that, you know what I'm saying? Me not knowing that, it's like, oh, so that's why they teach like that. And so then I had to find out the easiest way for me to do it. But then also I knew that while I'm finding this way for me, there might be other people who feel just like me. And it's like, okay, I don't understand the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. I'd rather them to tell me the exercise to do, like, okay, squat. Instead of saying 1, 2, and 2. So then it was like, okay, how can I change the way I'm coming across and speaking my own language to teach my own brand? Because I'm learning the language of high-low aerobics. Yeah. So everybody knows what a hamstring is. Everyone knows what a knee lift is. So from those points, I started trying to develop my own format. So when I was in New York, like these opportunities just came. Was hired. Then they put you on the subject first. The minute that they said, hey, leave this up, I was like, okay, I'm there. Every time they wanted to sub, I was there because I knew I had to keep putting myself out there and putting myself out there. And in doing so, I became liked by a lot of instructors. I was able to look at other classes. I was able to find my rabbits and find my role models. Because no matter what, you can learn from every person. No matter where you think you are, you can't keep going away. And so I was like just learning so many wonderful things, seeing things that I didn't like, or seeing things that don't work for me, or saying, oh, to be a student is different from being a teacher. To be on the front desk. And so I was able to just like get a lot of that. And then to be around so many different cultures. So you're around the culture and then you're with the top. And you're like looking at you like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you're in New York, and everybody's hustling and bustling, and I will be on 125th Street, and then maybe 30 minutes later, I'm at 14th Street. So it was like one of those things where I had all these different clientele that you have to deliver. And that's when I came up with the format called Exotic Fun.
Oh, that's right. That was the original name. I forgot you told me that. Exotic crop.
Right. So but I did tell my sister, I'm like, hey, Kim, I want that line. Thanks to Exotic Fun. And she was like, I felt like in my heart this rock. And I had started talking about that when I was in England before I actually moved to New York. But once I got to New York, I knew that Crunch had a cardio striptease class.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, good, I can sub a cardio striptease class. In those moments, when they had asked me to sub, I actually went there and they were having issues with the trademark because the guy who came up with cardio striptease wanted to pay to use their name.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked me, can we do a class? Can we do a class to maybe come up with something with a bar? And for me, I'm like, it's of course. So then I started, it's called strip bar. So the class was called strip bar. And what we did, we would just use the body bars,
Mm-hmm.
and we would dance around the body bars. And so, well, we didn't do the whole class, but we would just dance around the body bar, we would do leg work, we would like use that body bar as a part of our dance and everything, so it was called strip bar. Then,
How come you have been strip out here?
you know, I don't know, sometimes it's like they have equipment, and then people sometimes,
You don't have bars.
and a lot of people get so used to certain things.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you have your regular time in, and it's like, hey, this strip bar, I don't want any of that energy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that energy on me. So, because people don't understand how it is as a fitness instructor. And as a fitness instructor, we feel the energy of those students. You know what I'm saying? We feel the energy.
And so many people do not want to try stuff.
Yeah.
Or like women, someone's already so scared to hear like the sexy or the shred or the like, and then you have women who are so into it. So it sucks because sometimes when it's offered at a gym that they don't expect that, those people they're not willing to try it, and then the people who do want it are at another gym who know for just that style of stuff. So sometimes that sucks because you can't like make a variety at your gym because people who would come is at a gym solely for that and coming to a gym are like, it's too risky for me. But I'm like, how did you get your man? Like I know I know you can't get him all bundled up and not moving your body. So I get that.
Yeah.
That sounds like that.
And so, but it was fun because, like, imagine if you get out of your comfort zone, and there's only so many different ways that we talked about earlier. There's only so many different ways that body moves.
Yeah.
So we got to be creative with those things. And so, okay, Crunch offered me a platform to be creative and use all my tools. So, like, imagine being at Crunch and I'm feeling like I'm just this person who went through the collar and understand, Jeffrey, can you teach people how to choreograph? I'm like,
yeah.
Well, just teach them some of your stuff moves. I'm like, So those are times where I was not feeling that I didn't have the education in dancing and choreography. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have. I'm like, me. And so they're like, yeah. And then of course I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the really trying to help people do formats because needing somebody to sub your class is kind of hard, especially if you have a format like strip bar.
Yeah.
And so you want to make it easy enough so that people can sub it if they need to.
Mm-hmm.
But then also so that people can like gravitate, so make it some type of familiar because some people need some familiarity.
Mm-hmm. I know people like your cardio. Was it cardio kid?
Yeah.
And then it became cardio spokes. But that's separate things, right?
Two separate things, right? So the K cardio. So the cardio kick was like it's a kickboxing format. And for me, I've been certified in kickboxing. I've been certified. I mean, like all these certifications I've had for years, and it only works. They only when I go to a studio, and then they're like, okay, Jeff, we can open up this kickboxing class. So imagine having certification and you're not teaching kickboxing.
Yeah.
Okay, or you have spin bikes and you're not teaching spin bikes because everybody's not wanting to spin.
Yeah.
So there's so many different things so many different avenues that I went, like my start my step aerobics. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, step aerobics. I can tell sometimes when you have to do the little steps during like your strength training classes. I'm like, yeah, I can tell. When you do your regular body by density.
I think mine's more into cardio from. That's what I feel like.
Yeah,
Like when I'm
then
doing
you can
that.
like.
Right.
Sometimes you do have to do like a set off, set down, like, and then two. I'm like, okay, this feels like.
I don't know, but you know, because I think it feels that way because we're being more rhythmic.
Yeah.
And so because it's the rhythmic, but then also when I was teaching step, I'm like, why can't we imagine going to a step class and then you have so many people in here, you do not be able to step.
Yeah.
So for me, I always give my step away.
Mm-hmm.
So giving my step away has helped me to think, oh, I can do the same exact thing on the floor, but then it looks like low impact dancing, basically. Mm-hmm. So that was one of my things that left from New York, went to Georgia, no car or anything. We'll get up in the morning at 5 o'clock to take a bus to try to go to the gym to see where I could work and everything. I did get in that crunch before I even moved home, so I wasn't working that crunch. I got to Crunch in Atlanta, a place who I wanted to work there before I left, and now I'm coming back to Atlanta, and they're opening the door with open arms. So that was a great thing to be welcomed with open arms as you walk in the door. You know what I'm saying? And so before I got down there, I already got class set up. And then eventually they kept giving me more and more and more. So TRX, remember TRX? I was there when TRX came out. You're right, that TRX is probably new, but I was like one of the first people to actually be trained using TRX.
I remember the name TRX.
Oh, TRX is the resistance. The bands that we use
okay.
body resistance, so it's like the yellow and black.
Okay.
So it's like you just use it to push and pull motion.
Okay.
So then went back to Atlanta, got a phone call one day when I was in my little Jeep. I had this boardwalk.
Oh, you had the OJ Cathedral?
No, mine was smaller than his. You know, it was like the really, really super boxy one. And it was a stick shift. And I had to, like, thank God we had a parking deck and you had a hill on one side. Mm-hmm. So what I would do is I had to, like, roll down the hill so that I could catch it, so that I could start the car. So everywhere I parked, I would make sure that it was a place where I could push, and then that way I could jump start my car.
I can't imagine.
Because I had a goal that I wanted to do, and so I wanted to be able to no matter what. So I would just like push my little car, and my friends kind of would laugh at me more. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I didn't care because I just needed to get there and get home. So one day I was driving a little truck. I got a phone call from the fitness director, and remember she's a regional fitness director because there's a crunch. There's two crunches in that. So she's over both of them, and she asked me, did I want a job? And the first thing I said was, well, what about blah 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 about another person? Mm-hmm. And then I immediately said, oh no, I'm with you. And the reason I said that, well, because I was reading and still trying to like myself and saying, hey, you know what, you're great, you are great. And I think I just read Killer the Beat, or I just like look at that movie, and in that moment I'm like, who am I not to be great? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I was like looking at, I just saw that, and so I was reflecting so much because imagine leaving New York and it's like you quarantining yourself because you don't have any money. I was staying at a friend's house and they were gone, so I was basically getting in my car, going home, and just sequestering myself in the home. So like when people talk about quarantine, for a lot of blacks, for me, even as I think they live in a rural area a lot of times. You're already self-quarantined because you go to work, you just bring your ass right home. Oh, that's basically my life. And so we came over to the fitness program, and then after the gym folded. And so then, so the gym folded. But the good thing about it was with me, it's a title. I was able to
put it on your resume.
Go through. And so it's like, it was a very, very short period, but it was great for me because then I was able to use all those systems that I had before, like to the managerial part. And then at that point, I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want to manage people.
Yeah.
It's a very challenging thing. And so I said that, but then I still went and became the regional business director for 200 gyms, and I started working at the boxing studio before I left. You know, trying to push it through. But I was working at a gym that's like known for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And I was working with the fitness program because they wanted to bring people in and people weren't taking the fitness program.
So, we're almost out of time. We're actually out of time. But real quick, tell us how you went from Atlanta to here and then opened up your own studio.
Okay, so I went from Atlanta to here. Drove across the country with my fellow. We came across, I knew that I wanted to move in LA. It was going to be New York, Atlanta, and Los Angeles, and I wanted 3 places. I had already written a business plan in New York. And so when I came to LA, I just hit the ground running, started teaching. I was working on Beverly Hills, like in this small little place, but it had the Beverly Drive as your address. It was amazing. So I started working with some YMCAs, local different things, and some of my private clients I was working with too. I went out of town, went out of the country, and when I went out of the country, and I think it's a great thing, I'm not rushing to it, it's a great thing to go and see different things, because me going to Korea, I knew that, oh my gosh, it doesn't have to be a specific way.
Yeah.
I would look at other people's studios, like even in Burbank, and I'm like, oh, that studio doesn't look like it does on the thing. So I'm like thinking, okay, Jeffrey, just do what you can with what you have. And I came back from Korea, thought about it, and I sat down with one of the students from Florida one day, and she wanted to have dinner, dinner. Right after my class on Saturday, she went to meet at Toast. So I'm like, sure. So I met her at Toast, and then she broke it down. She's like, Jeffrey, you should be by yourself. And she told me about this Jewish loan. And so I was preparing to get this Jewish loan. And as I was preparing to get the Jewish loan, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't really even know how to do this myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But her sitting me down and talking to me and saying, okay, you have 25 girls in your class, and they're paying $20 per head. How much is that going to get? I'm like, girl, $1 per person. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you look at it, and it's like, how much is that? $300? No, $500 basically for 20 people. And it's like, oh my gosh, I could be making more money, and then it will facilitate the cost of my facility. And so that's what in the first place I worked at, the guy was crappy. He didn't follow up, and I thought I was loving him and everything. And so the last ditch effort that I went to go check his place out, which is right down the street, I missed my turn, buttoned up, and I ended up stopping right in front of the studio. Like literally right outside.
When it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
I literally stopped right outside, but I saw another place that went down, which made me stop. So when I was able to stop, I was right outside the door. You know what I'm saying? So like on this whole block, the where the taco place is, there's a taco place, but it's the hair place now. So where they do the braiding and the hair. Yeah, for rent time. So that's what happened.
So you guys, be sure if you're in LA to come check out Jeffrey at Fitness Studio on Pico. And thank you guys for hanging with me on the podcast and on YouTube and on social media.
So make sure you follow her, you click it, you like it, you share it.
Thank you.